Fletch, obviously, the defense was going to, be a big part of this game. How tough is it to give up 38 points and really let the Steelers get to you there?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing for us is, no matter really how many points you give up, winning is the most important stat when you get done with it. I'd rather, give up however many points, but still come out with a win. But obviously, we didn't take care of business today. I don't even think it really matters. We give up 38 points every we get. If you give up 38 points, you still get a win, then I'm okay with that. Then we're not having this conversation. But at the end of the day, the most important stat is get the win. We didn't do that today.
Mike and then Chris Murray.
Sorry about that. Fletch, the defense all season has been, you look at the point totals that you guys have given up, it's probably not what you guys want. Are we talking about schematic problems? Are we talking about physical errors? What do you think is the overriding issue here?
We're not winning. If we win this game today, we're not talking about the Eagles' defense giving them 38 points. I think that's the most important thing. Obviously, we had a couple of penalties that kept a couple of drives live, gave them, more opportunities to make more plays. Like I said, we got to get off the field, and we got to win. I'd rather give up however many points. As long as we get a win, I think that's all that matters.
Chris and then Bo.
Why do you guys continue to have trouble stopping those misdirection runs? It seemed like they got away with a few of them today.
They had a couple run plays on us. Teams gonna make plays. Players gonna make plays. They get paid to make plays too, But for us, we got to get the man on the ground. Hit us with a reverse, hit them with some jet sweep, some jet sweep stuff today. And the biggest thing is, get the man on the ground, play the next play. I think we tackled a few of them, all but one right there. When they was at like the 2 or 3 yard line, we just gotta, get them on the ground.
We have time for a couple more. Bo, Tim McManus, and Dave.
Fletch, I know that you get a lot of attention from, opposing offensive lines, and oftentimes that opens things up for the other guys. But are you starting to get a little bit frustrated that you are not able to, rack up sacks at all?
No, I never get frustrated. I know that my time is coming, and I tell the guys in that room all the time, if I stay calm, they stay calm. The minute I lose my stuff, they lose their stuff, and it's kind of get everybody out of whack. So if I stay calm, they stay calm, and everybody will be fine. There's plenty food on the plate for everybody to eat in that room, and I'm excited for the guys. Anybody that's making a play, I celebrate with those guys. Happy for them when I make a play. They're excited for me, and that's the one thing about that room right there. It's a special group.
Tim and then Dave.
I saw you leave the game at one point. What were you working through? How'd you come out of this game physically?
I came back. I was fine. I came back. Had a little bobo. I came back. I was fine. You see, I finished the game, so I'm fine.
Last question here with Dave.
Hey, Fletch, you guys struggled to get off the field on third downs. As a defense, is that kind of one of the things you normally pride yourselves on? And what were some of the issues today?
No, until we get back and look at the tape, you really don't know. We're not the type of defense or the type of team that point fingers at nobody. We're one solid group. We do good together, and then we struggle together. That's the biggest thing we talk about. Like I said, nobody on this team, on this defense, nowhere a part of this organization point fingers. We just keep our head up and correct our mistakes and move on to next week.
I know you're obviously disappointed you guys didn't get a win, but kind of a breakout game for you. Do you feel like you've kind of shown the league that you belong and what you can do?
Yeah, I'm just trying to do what I can. If Carson throws me the ball, just come down with it and make the play. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to get the win, but we'll keep building on it.
Chris and then Jeff.
Yeah, Travis, how were you able to build that chemistry with Carson in such a short time, going back to last week and then coming into this week's game?
Whenever we have free time, before, during practice or after practice, we're working on our chemistry. Carson's a great quarterback. He's putting the ball on the money, and I'm just coming up with the play.
Jeff and then Ed.
Travis, can you explain what happened on the 3rd and 5 slant that you ran? Did you think you could have had that, or did you feel like the hands were from the defender were in on you before the ball got there?
No, I absolutely should have made that play. That's on me. I should have came up with that play, to continue to drive and hopefully give the team the win.
We have time for 2 more, so we'll go Ed and then Les.
Travis, it looked, you were open on a few receptions, and you also made some pretty contested catches. To get open, I mean, is it your route running, or is it, do you work better against zone or man? I mean, what was working for you to get open today?
I'm just being in the right spot at the right time. Coach is calling the play, great plays, and I'm just executing.
Last one here with Les.
Travis, did you have family in the stands today? You threw the ball up after that one touchdown, but you just threw it up in the air. You didn't give it to anybody or anything, so I was wondering.
Yeah, that's something I regret. I probably should have kept that touchdown ball. Hopefully, my family was there, mom, dad, and my sister. But yeah, I probably should have saved that ball and gave it to him.
On that third down touchdown, the last one by Chase Claypool, were you supposed to help in coverage, or was Nate supposed to be one-on-one against Chase?
So it was quarters. 54 coverage. My guy, I'm responsible too. He goes vert. Try to get back to help Nate on that play. It's an empty set, and so bent it away, and they made a good play. Ben obviously checked to it once he's seen us in that particular coverage, quarters, and made good throw, good catch.
Well, John and
honestly versus that coverage.
You said me, Allie?
Yep.
Hey, Rod. You guys have been pretty successful on third down coming into this game. I think 6th in the league overall. Today it didn't work out. On third downs, was there any theme to that?
No, we just didn't execute well. That was a point of emphasis coming into this game, every game, honestly. Defensively, if we want to have an opportunity to win the game, we have to perform well in third down, red zone, and turnovers. Those situations matter, and we came up short today. A lot of that, some of it had a little bit to do with first, second down, but a lot of it was self-inflicted, whether it was penalties or us just, like I said, not executing the way that we have in the past.
Paul and then Martin Frank.
Yeah, Rodney, on the same theme about third downs, looked like Ben didn't have an incompletion on third down. Looked like he was throwing a lot of quick stuff in front of you guys. Is that essentially what he was doing?
Yeah, they understood, we're typically in man, that they took advantage of that. Ben is a very experienced quarterback. He's seen a lot, and, they had a plan on how they wanted to attack us, running some shade plays out of bunches, quick game to eliminate the pass rush. So we had to look at the film, man, and understand how teams are going to try to attack us with us running a lot more man this year and be prepared for it.
Martin and then Nick Fierro.
Hey, Rodney, were you kind of surprised to see linebacker and Nate Jerry trying to cover Claypool there on that last TD?
It was tough. Like I said, they came out in an empty set, and it was a great call versus the coverage that we had. Ideally, would we like Nate to be on a receiver? No. We would prefer, a defensive back, but that was the call that was made defensively, and they checked to a good play.
We have time for two more, so we'll go Nick and then Jeff.
Just kind of sticking with that, Rodney, you mentioned quarters coverage. Was Nate one of the guys, one of the guys in quarters? Wouldn't you normally have 4 D backs in that?
I'm not understanding. It's empty. So we have certain rules in empty sets where certain individuals are responsible for individuals on that play. Everybody's responsible. Typically, corners are responsible for 1, safety's responsible for 2. And empty sets, it kind of falls on Nate in that situation. But like I said, it's a tough play for Nate going against a receiver like Claypool. Who's had a great day versus us as a defense and us as defensive backs. But like I said, Ben saw it, and we have to live with that play.
Last question here with Jeff.
Sorry, Ronnie, not to bemoan this play, but so were they in 11 personnel?
They were in 0-1 as a tight end to the 2 receiver side, a receiver, and 3 receivers to the right.
Okay. And then typically you guys do match up.
They ran
you had
the same.
You had dime out there?
They were in the same formation. Huh?
Yeah. And you guys had dime out there to match it?
Yeah, we had I think Dollar out on the field, but in that package, there's still a linebacker present. There's one backer, and that's always Nate.
And that's typically the package that you use to cover that personnel.
I mean, the 2 plays before we were in man, we decided to go zone on that 3rd down play. That's the difference.
What's been the overriding issue defensively this season? You saw the Rams, put up a big number against you guys. The Steelers did the same thing today. Is it scheme? Is it personnel? What's been the issue?
3rd down today. That's what I can just speak on just today, what I seen. We got to get off the field. And I think that, just 3rd down hurt us bad today, especially with the penalties. I didn't realize we had 8 penalties, and, it's just unacceptable. We got to make sure that it starts in practice. And, we know that some of the stuff that showed up in practice showed up out there in the game with the offsides and, just little things that we can correct. And, it's just that's what hurt us in the end.
Last and then Bo.
BG, after the first several series, it didn't seem like you were really able to get to Roethlisberger. I understand he was getting rid of it quickly, but he just seemed to be able to pick whatever he wanted out there. What was going on up front? Were they max protecting? How did you see it?
Like you just said the ball was coming out fast. That was the game plan. I mean, it's respect for us. They're getting it out, hitting the perimeter, but we gotta make sure we tackling and rallying to the ball, and that's something that we can continue to keep on getting better with, because we're seeing how people are attacking us, and that's exactly what they do. They try to take the D-line out the game, and that's what we're going to see moving forward. So we're going to make sure we get that corrected.
And you also misdirection so much, like on that long run. How do you stop that?
That was just a good play on their part. Sometimes they just make a good play. They act like they going one way, and they use some of our strengths against us. We get off the rock, we hit our points, but they know exactly where we're gonna be sometimes, and they fake like they going one way, and they get us to commit, and that's exactly what happened that play.
Bo and Dave Zangaro.
BG, do you think you guys are a good team right now?
I do think we're a good team. We can, just think of how crazy it could have got. We came out, we rallied, we got a turnover. We started to get things going. We put ourselves at a position where we make a field goal, we go up, you know what I'm saying? And, the fight in us, we never quit, and so I feel like the self-inflicted wounds, we got to get better on that. That's no excuses on that on our part. We messed that up. We blew it, we blew our chances. But I do know we a good team. Coach keeps us together. Us as, leaders on this team, we keep us together. We just come to work. But some of the self-inflicted wounds got to stop, because we got to get started, because we can't just keep on making the same excuses. And I think, we are heading in a good direction. We just got to believe that.
Steve and then Nick.
Hey, BG, with all the injuries you guys have on the offense, them putting up 29 points, you probably would have taken that coming into today. Does it make it more frustrating as a defense when it might feel like you guys aren't living up to your end of the bargain?
Yeah, we pride ourselves on, it don't matter if we score 3 or, it don't matter. They shouldn't touch the end zone. And so we out there working hard to try to make that happen. We got to stay consistent with not, killing ourselves with the penalties. We don't make excuses. We just go out there and play. Some plays, they just made a good play. And I feel like that one little run that they got on the reverse, that was a good play that they made. And, all I can say is we try to hold up our end of the bargain. We didn't do that today, and we just got to make sure we're doing it all in one. When the offense clicking, we got to make sure we clicking too. It can't just be, one side clicking and the other ain't clicking, and we just got to stay consistent.
We have time for a few more, so we'll go Nick, Chris, and Zach.
Hi, BG. On the series there where they took the field after the missed field goal and you got hit with that penalty, judging by your reaction, it seemed like you didn't agree with that call. We didn't see the replay. They didn't show it. What happened there? And was that a face mask?
They call face mask. That's what they call. I guess we'll see Wednesday if I get a fine or not, because sometimes they don't send the fine because it wasn't one. It wasn't a penalty. So hopefully that's the case, because that's why they didn't show the replay. But all I know is I didn't see it on film yet. But I do know that I didn't touch his face mask. That's what I'm just speaking for myself.
Chris and then Zach.
Carson likes to talk about that the offense is close in terms of just getting their act together. Where is the defense? Is the defense, close to getting itself back together, as Carson suggests that the offense is?
I believe that because, I think that it's just we got to stay consistent. We show what we can do when we're doing it. When it's right, it's right. But, when it's wrong, it's just like one misstep here, one bad read here. We got to make sure we stay consistent as a group. And that's just the bottom line. I think that we show flashes, but we got to just stay consistent because we know how people are going to attack us, and it's pretty much it's a copycat league. They're gonna try to hit you where you have issues, and so we got to make sure we fix our issues every week and continue to rally each other together because we got to get this thing turned around.
Last question here with Zach.
Hey, Brandon, on the topic of it being a copycat league, Les asked you about the misdirection runs. This was the third time this season that a wide receiver scored a touchdown on a run. Is this something teams are seeing against your front, that they're doing that?
I guess, like I said, it's a copycat league. They ran it a different way than other people ran it. There's different formations that you see, but we just got to fix our issues. I ain't making no excuse. That was a good play. That's a good play that we got to make sure that we, moving forward, stop, because people are still going to run it on us if we don't fix our issue. And, I think we will get that together.